And joining us on the show, Sambit Patra, spokesperson of the Delhi Pradesh BJP, Amrita Dhawan, leader of the Congress party, and we have Raghav Chadha of the Aam Aadmi Party, the three representative political parties in Delhi joining us here on the show. Let me start with you, Sambit Patra. As far as your party stand is concerned, we've had the big guns from Arun Jaitley to Meenakshi Lekhi to yourself coming out and talking about the Aam Aadmi Party and it being politically immature. I just want to take you back to what Narendra Modi said at his first rally in Jammu and Kashmir. He demanded a debate on Article 370. Now, the entire might of the BJP on that day itself, in what seemed to be giving extremely confusing signals, came out and said, this is not what Narendra Modi meant. He, of course, said, this is clearly taking the process forward. As far as the BJP is concerned, we have one united stand on Article 370, which is that it states there can be no debate on Article 370.
Most important issue, Maruk, is
today. Let me finish my question. Today, Prashant Bhushan comes out and says something. What has Arvind Kejriwal done? He's come out and said that this is not the opinion of the party.
First and foremost, Maruk, I mean, a debate is an essential part. I would say debate and discussions, they're essential part of any democratic process. Without debate and discussions, democracy can never be completed. But most important part, as I was saying, what is the language of debate? What is the platform on which substances are debated upon? For instance, as far as Article 370 is concerned and Mr. Narendra Modi's comments were concerned, it was essentially unifying. He wanted an inclusive India, he wanted a non-dividing India, he wanted an India.
Well, many will say what Prashant Bhushan has said. Many human rights watchers will say what Prashant Bhushan is saying is extremely democratic.
Maruk, we know
so that's highly subjective, Dr. Patra.
Exactly. Let me complete, and thereafter you can pick the sentences wherever I go wrong. But the most important issue is, Mr. Prashant Bhushan today wants to debate on an issue, on a language which is spoken by the separatists, on a language which Pakistan uses, on a language which Indians have clearly agreed to, that there would be no referendum as far as Jammu Kashmir and decisions on it are concerned. As far as...
Rhetoric, Dr.
No, this is not rhetoric. No. Why should this be called as rhetoric?
How are you calling him?
Maruk,
how can you call a member of another democratically elected party in this country
No, Maruk, you have to be right.
He is making
Maruk, but the most important issue is anything that the parliament... No, he does not have a right to opinion on issues concerning national security. For instance, I would say...
He has every right to an opinion, Dr. Patra.
No, he has no right of opinion.
It might not agree with what you are saying. See, he's not implementing laws, he's giving an opinion.
No one can give an opinion. If one is in a political system, one cannot give an opinion if it is contrary to the majoritarian view of the nation, in the sense that the parliament concurs with the view and the parliament thinks that this view is an anti-national view.
Well, there are many who have said that AFSPA should be withdrawn from Jammu and Kashmir. Have you said that those opinions should also not be made?
Maruk, there's a big deal of difference between army being undeployed from there and between a referendum being taken for this undeployment. These are two very serious issues.
Let me bring in the Aam Aadmi Party at this point. To Raghav Chadha from the Aam Aadmi Party, today Mr. Prashant Bhushan came out and said that his comments have been completely distorted. I just want to, for our viewers, I'm sure you know as well, he said yesterday in an interview to Headlines Today, people should be asked whether they want, as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, the army to handle the internal security of Kashmir. Any decision which does not have the backing of the people is undemocratic. If people feel that the army is violating human rights and they say they don't want the army to be deployed for the security, then the army should be withdrawn from the hinterland. These are the comments of Mr. Prashant Bhushan to Headlines Today. Today he says that they have been distorted. There doesn't seem to be any room to distort what Mr. Prashant Bhushan said, Mr. Chadha.
Well, you know, the party has issued a statement earlier in the day saying that these views are Prashant Bhushan's personal views, and also Prashantji has issued a clarificatory statement clearly explaining how the remarks that he made were misconstrued. And the party very clearly stands with the notion that Kashmir is an integral part of India. There is no need for any referendum in Kashmir on the issues that we are talking about. And I think the party has made its stand very clear. I think it's it would be unfair if we keep on debating these issues over and over again.
Chadha,
we should talk about more important issues.
Mr. Chadha, it's not about... it was very convenient for the Aam Aadmi Party when the same issues were being debated when made by the Congress or the BJP. When it comes to the Aam Aadmi Party, clearly the measures and checks and balances in place are different. My question to you is, there are far too many controversies regarding the Aam Aadmi Party of late. And many, including your critics, your opponents, are saying that this is a mark of political immaturity.
Yes.
Well, you know, because we are getting a lot of media attention these days, I mean, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, every remark or every small thing that we say would be looked by a magnifying glass,
are
which
you
is
suggesting
fine.
that what Kumar Vishwas said as far as Muharram is concerned is a small statement?
No, I'm not saying. He's also issued an apology. So that's not the point. The point is that
the point that we are trying to make is that, is this political immaturity? Is the party leaders on an overdrive just to make a statement for the cameras?
See, absolutely not. The party is here for a larger goal. The goal of the Aam Aadmi Party is not just issuing these small statements. Our objective is absolutely different. We are trying to rewrite the political
Dr. Patra,
grammar.
Mr. Chadda is saying it's a small statement.
So the irony is, as you rightly pointed out,
No, I'm saying he has
Mr.
clarified
Chadda,
his remark.
please allow me some time. Most importantly, as you rightly pointed out, as we all are pointing out, in the political sojourn that the Aam Aadmi Party has set itself in, maturity is a key component. Maturity and ideology develops with time. You have to give time. You have to sit down, think, ponder over. You have to know the country, and then alone you can work for this country. And I believe the hurriedness in the air to become national, the hurriedness that is in the air somehow to get into power is what is containing them. And Mahrukh, the most important...
But Dr. Patra, many will say that is political cynicism. That is the cynicism of the political class in order to avoid the voice of the people in coming.
Mahrukh, sometimes an answer is a question, and this answer, the question that you have put, the question I would put is it cynicism to say that Jammu Kashmir should have a referendum? Is this, as Mr. Chadda puts, a small question? I believe this question is of humongous importance as far as national security and national integrity is concerned. A political party which is not clear with its ideology should rather shut its mouth, should not speak on these issues, rather than eating its words later.